Hi everybody, I headed over to Decatur. This is a Wednesday evening after work. There was supposed to be some storms coming in, so I went right after work. Didn't change clothes or anything. Traffic was pretty heavy. By the time I got there, I don't know, it was after 4 o'clock or so. So this is where I normally park. This is what I call where the freight depot used to be. This is the depot. This is CSX going off this way. This is Norfolk Southern going this way. I came into town right here and I got held up by a train crossing right here. So I just thought it was just going on across the bridge, but actually it backed up and it was a CSX train switching the interchange. So there are 4 double-ended tracks here. This is going toward the bridge this way, and this is connecting to the Norfolk Southern main line over here. I would say Norfolk Southern owns this line just because it connects to the Norfolk Southern. And it looks like there used to be more tracks because there's several, like maybe 3 or 4 tracks here that are single-ended. Looks like maybe at one time this was all double-ended, and Norfolk Southern, you'll see in the video, they've got some maintenance away equipment stuff parked there. But the video, CSX was coming in from this end. They had a long cut of cars, too long to fit in the siding, so they filled up one siding, made a cut, came back, shoved another cut of cars in, and then they pulled cars from 2 other sidings. Didn't get a complete count how many cars they shoved in. So I was trying to film, but I think they pulled 37 cars out. So that's all I got tonight. It was getting ready to storm, and I'm glad I headed out when I did because it got pretty bad. But anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the switching. Okay, that train that I was caught the crossing by is now backing into the interchange yard. Never seen that before, so that's cool. You can see there's a bunch of cars there already, covered hoppers. We'll see if he's dropping these off and picking them up or what he's doing. I have never seen that. The unfortunate part about it means there's not going to be another train coming across the bridge anytime soon. And also, I don't know if you can see the sky. Forecast some storms here in a little while, so I don't know how long I'll have tonight. That's a Rickman setting the brakes on this car here, and looks like they're going to make a cut. I don't know where the engine is yet. Let's see if we can, how big this cut of cars is. I know you probably can't see it, but up there around those gondolas, there's several Canadian Pacific covered hoppers in a string, and there's several Canadian Pacific covered hoppers up there in a string too. So let's see what he's going to do here. Brand new, no graffiti. One thing about none of these interchange tracks have a derail on them. I think that's kind of interesting. So it looks like they are going to pick up a string of cars because he's throwing the switch so he can back up, back down, pick up some cars. I'll show you a Google Earth view of this little interchange yard when they're done switching. Remember, this is a no horn zone. There's a Sioux line, Canadian Pacific, but it's got Sioux marks on it. I think that's what, Duluth, Minnesota and Eastern, or Dakota, Minnesota and Eastern. Another Sioux. I would say they're going to pick up those other covered hoppers, that string there, because the brakeman is standing up here next to the switch. So the conductor, actually, not the brakeman. They're probably hoping to get this work done before it starts pouring. And so he's protecting the crossing now because the gates are not activated. So I don't know how many cars they dropped off. I didn't count them. I think they picked up 37 on the 2 tracks. I was trying to film it and count at the same time. So when I get done, I may drive over to that industrial switching area and see if one of those places over there that gets all the covered hoppers has a bunch of CP rail stuff sitting there, because that's maybe where these are going. It'll also be interesting to see if he comes back, because the yard is behind me. So it'll be interesting to see if he comes back and goes into the yard, or if he's continuing on down around the river subdivision, whatever they call that. I'm going to drop him off at that yard. All right, so to answer that question, he's just going to shove all these cars back into the yard with the conductor riding. This is the only grade crossing, I think. There might be another one that gets close to the yard. But, it's like they beat the rain. I'm expecting to see a bunch of trains in a short period of time. As you know, this is a busy line and they can't keep that tied up for very long. Say he's stopped right now so the conductor can throw the switch into the yard. So he has been sitting there about 10 minutes. My theory is that he backed up so a train can cross the bridge, and as soon as that happens, he's going to pull into that riverfront switching area. There was a Norfolk Southern train sitting between Huntsville and Decatur. I couldn't tell which way it was going. So we'll see. Rain's getting closer. Well, everybody, I was dead wrong. Locomotive sat there for about 10 minutes. They finally heard on the radio, said, "Give me 20," and they shoved back into the yard. Storms are getting closer. It's now been half an hour since that my last video, so I'm heading back to Decatur. Not thinking I'm going to see anything. So I'll post the switching video. Hopefully you can make sense out of that. Everybody stay safe.